Inland Sports.
And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show as we ramp up for the 2025 high school football season. Centennial High School has another good one at quarterback, and his last name is very familiar as well. Dominick Catalano of the Centennial Huskies join us here on the show. And Dominick, man, listen, we saw you last year, playing for Centennial, got some playing time.
Yeah.
And but this year, you're the guy, man. So, I mean, obviously you want that pressure, you want that opportunity, right? So what's it like going into the season knowing that you're going to be the guy behind center?
It's awesome. It's something I've been waiting for kind of my whole life. I grew up around the program. My brother played there. Been around the program since I was 6 years old. Now it's finally my turn. So definitely just super exciting and just trying to take full advantage of it.
All right, so you saw significant playing time last year as we saw Hassan Longstreet, before he came back. What did you learn from Hassan, pick up from Hassan, the way he played, the way he practiced, whatever, because he's at SC now, right? And he was a big-time recruit. Anything you picked up on the way he prepares or plays?
Definitely with how he one big thing was arm care, because I came in through summer, and I dealt with a shoulder injury, and I was shut down for a whole month with throwing. So definitely just how he took care of his arm, stuff like that. He really taught me stuff like that, but then also mentally, just understanding what's happening on the field, stuff like that. He was so ahead of everything, so that definitely helped me prepare for when I did get my opportunity to step up and play in some games.
All right, and you mentioned your brother as well, Anthony Catalano, who was a star Centennial. I mean, man, when Anthony was there, they had some really good Centennial teams, obviously. What have you learned from him? I know, he's obviously on the coaching staff there with Matt Logan, but what have you learned from him?
Definitely just throughout, I would say biggest part was recruiting, because he's obviously gone through a lot with his recruiting. Got his first offer 10 minutes before, the night before signing day at 10 o'clock. So definitely just understanding, be patient. Your time's coming. You're gonna get your opportunities, but then also just being around the program for so long and just being able to really understand every bit of the playbook, everything like that, because he's also my quarterback coach on the side. So just being able to understand everything with the playbook, offensive line, everything like that. Not saying I could play offensive line, but if I had to, I know exactly what I'm doing, all that type of stuff. So just understanding every single part of the offense, stuff like that.
Yeah, people forget quarterbacks, they got to know where everyone's supposed to be, right? Like you said, you might not be a left tackle, but you need to know where that left tackle is supposed to be on that play, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Dominick, you literally grew up on the Centennial sidelines, man. You have deep roots with the Huskies.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how long you've been around the program and from ball boy to starting quarterback?
So my brother, I came around in 2012, so I was 6 years old, and then his sophomore, junior, and senior year, I was the ball boy. So ever since then, I've been around, and I've been on the sidelines my whole life, really. So just coming to everything I could, even when I wasn't playing football, because I grew up as a baseball player. So even when I wasn't playing football, still on the sidelines every single day at every practice, that type of stuff. So just been around it for so long.
Dominick, when you were younger, when you saw the older guys, right, playing varsity football, and they put that Centennial uniform on and that Centennial helmet, obviously that means a lot, man. When people see that Centennial football, people know, the program and the kind of team,
Yeah.
So did you kind of look up to those kids, say 6, 7, 8 years old, you're this little kid and looking up at man, I want to play varsity football for the Centennial Huskies. Was that always kind of dude, that's like a dream come true, right? To play for these guys.
Yeah, looking at it now, it for sure is, because I was around people greats like Javon McKinley, JJ Taylor, who they made it to the NFL. Just being around everyone like that, it really is a dream come true, and it means so much, because you're representing more than just Centennial at that point. You're representing Corona, you're representing your city and just everything like that. So it means a lot to be the starting quarterback for Centennial.
Everybody knows Centennial football, man. No doubt about it. All right, Dominick, we all want to know, how's the team looking this summer, man?
We're looking pretty scary. I think, to be 100% honest with you, I think our D line might be the best in the country. We're up there with easily top 5, but I think we're up there for probably the best in the country. And then our O line, we revamped. We lost a lot of guys last year, but we brought a couple guys in. We look solid. We got a great young DB core. They all I'm pretty sure everyone's a junior except Thurman Williams. Um, Linebacker core, all experienced, older guys, super smart. Running backs, we're super deep. We got 4 or 5 guys that can go. Receivers, bunch of guys, 7 guys that can go. You know what I mean? Like, and then obviously quarterback. Just stayed patient, waited for my opportunity, and just trying to take advantage of that. And then we got some guys behind me, so just trying to help them out as much as we can. I think we're super deep at every position, and I think we can play with anyone in the country.
Well, our boy Ray Bass at Bass Athletics, man, I was talking to him. He's like, man, this Centennial team could be pretty good. So
Yeah.
he's excited about it too. But let me ask you about, that Centennial defense, just going up against them in practice every day. How do you feel like you're getting better as a quarterback, seeing some, D1 level, caliber guys on the other side of the field? I mean, because they probably make you better. Iron sharpens iron, right?
Yes, sir. It definitely helps a lot because it prepares us for, even though we're in spring ball and we're not in full pads or sorry, like the beginning of summer ball, we're not in full pads or anything, but like our O line has developed so much from, I mean, we had guys coming from like Ontario Christian who they haven't played that level of football yet or this level of football yet. So when they go against people like JD McKinley or Miles Shermer, it gets them a lot better. And even like at quarterback or receiver, running back, whatever, you're going against a Division I guy every single play. So it just makes you so much better. And also like knowing how good they are on the other side of the ball, where they can disguise any look, turn a too high look into like a cover three. And it just makes you so much better because it prepares you for everything that you're going to see in season. So,
Dominick, obviously you have to be, physically gifted to play quarterback, especially for Centennial. But, for Matt Logan, I mean, you've got to be smart. You've got to make the right decision, right? So how much do you do, off the field in terms of just studying and knowing your opponent and, being able to make that right decision or knowing where everyone's going to be? Like, how much homework do you have to put in so that that you're prepared?
Well, that process starts in February for us. So as soon as the season ends, we get that 3 weeks off and we're straight into the film room watching film from games from last year. We're watching our OTAs, just seeing like our footwork, stuff like that. Like we're super detailed oriented, and that's Coach Logan. He's an incredible coach, so he prepares us super well. And then also just like in my free time, I enjoy watching film. I love football, so anytime I can get better, whether it's trying to figure out these little things in practice that I can improve on, can I get a little second earlier here on a read, like stuff like that. So just super detail oriented, and that's what Coach Logan instills in you the first day you step on Centennial campus.
Yeah, and you've been around the program, so right? You're not caught off guard.
Yeah.
Like this is the expectation, right? Like this is what
sir.
Coach Logan needs out of his QB.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Anthony, obviously, having played for Coach Logan, I don't know how much football you guys talk off the field, like when maybe you guys go out to dinner or whatever, but is he
Yeah.
always coaching you up, or can you guys just kind of be brothers at some point?
My first 2 years at the school, we didn't talk football at all, but now it's kind of it really is like we talk about it a lot, but our relationship has grown so much through him being my coach. So we have been able to like we could shut it off and be like, that's my brother, not my coach right now. But our relationship's definitely grown through him being my coach.
And Anthony was part of some, Centennial teams. I'd say that era, there was a couple of years right there. I mean, those, at least for me, those were some of the best Centennial teams, period.
For sure.
What would it mean to you, as a senior to be like, dude, I'd love to get Centennial back to that spot, right? Like competing for that Division I championship, competing for a state title. Like, what would that mean to you?
Everything. You don't come to Centennial, you don't transfer into Centennial. Like, you don't come here just to go win 9 games in the regular season and bounce out in the semifinals. Our goal every year from February to the end of the season is to make it to the state championship game. And I think we work as hard as anybody, work harder than probably everybody. And I think we have the team to get over that hump. And I don't know, we just got to keep working and see where it takes us.
Man, we are all excited to see it. You got a tough non-league schedule, and of course the Division I playoffs in the Southern section. Nothing tougher in the whole nation, man. So best of luck this season, Dominick. Can't wait to see you guys on the field, and nothing but the best, man. Good luck this year.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
You got it. That's Dominick Catalano, the quarterback of your Centennial Huskies, on the Inland Sports Show.
Inland Sports.